South Africa is part of what's considered to be a premium group of nations, the G20. But for ordinary Africans on the street, membership in this international club doesn't seem like a big deal.
I totally have no idea what the G20 is. I think it's a summit, basically.
G20 is not about environmental something global.
The G20 may not have the street cred, but some see advantages to membership in the group.
We would rather have a seat at the table than not, right? Talk to the Swiss, for instance. The Swiss have a huge financial sector. They're important in the European context. They're not on the G20. They want to be in the G20, but they're not.
As the most industrialized nation on the continent, South Africa is the only African country with a seat at the G20 table. It also chaired the forum in 2007.
Underrepresentation is a crazy thing when I look at it. You've only got one country, South Africa, in the G20, when South Africa doesn't even have sort of the largest population on the continent of Africa. I think that Nigeria and South Africa and perhaps some other African countries should be included in the mix.
It seems bigger doesn't always mean better. The G20 have never replaced member nations with better performing or bigger economies. But it does invite about 6 non-member countries each year. In the past, Benin, Equatorial Guinea, Malawi, Mauritania, as well as Ethiopia have received invitations. In 2008, the G20 showed its strength during the global financial crisis, initiating unprecedented, coordinated action to deal with the economic meltdown. But just how much clout does the G20 have today?
Over the last 7 or 8 years, in tandem with a period of great instability, the G20, in attempting to bring some semblance of recovery and stability to the global economy, has been very, very relevant.
As the global economy experienced tectonic shifts in power in the last 15 years, so did the group of 7 nations. It evolved into the G20 to include emerging economies. Africans now will expect this evolution to continue if the continent known as the last economic frontier is to have a greater voice. Eleni Giokos, CNN, Johannesburg.